West Denver. Sleep deprived and heavily caffeinated.
All right, let's do this then.
This is the Jeff and Bill Show.
I don't agree with that.
They don't always agree, but hey, at least they have coffee.
Coffee.
And each other.
I love you, man.
God help us.
I want to bless him. We need all the help we can get.
Now here's Jeff Hunt and Bill Thorpe. The Jeff and Bill Show on News Talk 710 KNUS.
Welcome back to the Jeff and Bill Show, 9 a.m. in the Mile High City on this Monday, July 21st, 2025. Billy and I just jumping right into it. Like a sack full of cats.
Oh, yes. Oh, that was fun. Last hour was great.
And we're going to continue this hour.
Oh, yes.
DNI leader Tulsi Gabbard tweeting on Friday. Documents she revealed detail a treasonous conspiracy by officials at the highest level of the Obama White House to subvert the will of the American people and to try to usurp the president from fulfilling his mandate. What did they say? Well, the Obama administration knew just after, prior to the election, and even just after the election, that Russia did not hack the election machines, did not alter the election directly, and then seemed to pivot, burying that information and creating a narrative that Donald Trump had been a pawn of the Russians and it colluded with the Russians, and that this was all Russia, and that he was a Russian agent, essentially, because he was compromised, a compromised Russian agent. Let's go back to the phone lines. Barney, Denver. Remind our listeners what you and Bill were talking about.
Yeah.
Well, he brought up Durham, and Bill, the only difference between me and some Republicans, I'll throw them all away. Durham was a joke. At the end of his 2-year report, whatever the hell that was, I don't remember which senator ripped him apart. I don't know who the hell it was that ripped him apart, but the guy's a joke. Bill Barr, Sessions was a joke. These are all Bush people. They're a joke. Bruce Kavanaugh, 100% joke. So all I'm saying to you is, Bill, it's not fair. Just give yourself a little credit. Don't bring up the Mueller report. The Mueller...
Nah, see, the thing is, Barney, the Mueller report, from what I've seen, the Mueller report is solid. And the Durham report backs it up, because the Durham report couldn't find the Russian collusion hoax, because that was Durham's marching orders, was to go uncover where it started, and they couldn't. And Mueller, to his credit, in my mind, from what I've gone through in the report, he dots his I's and crosses his T's. What he presents hasn't been disproven. And to his credit, he also didn't lean on the Steele dossier at all. The Steele dossier is never mentioned as a reference point throughout the entire Mueller report. He doesn't go off of that. He goes off of stuff that's totally different.
That's true, but what about the three? What about Peter Strzok, the woman that he was having an affair with, and then there was another attorney that was working on that Mueller report? And I'm sorry, Bill, I saw Mueller. He was brain dead when they got a hold of him and when they interviewed him. But that's not my point. I would say that, first off, the people saying that Trump is done. Now, MAGA, look, I don't like... The worst thing Trump did with the Epstein thing, it's not that he was not going to let it release. It's not that he put knucklehead Pam Bondi out there. The only thing that hurt Trump is Trump made it sound like you guys are stupid to even be talking about this. Well, you guys have been talking about it for a year and a half, the Trump campaign. So, no, that was dumb. But it's not going to affect Trump. There's plenty more to come. I just would not give Obama any lifeline and make him a martyr. He should walk away from this and drop it. What's that? You really think Democrats aren't going to get, jump up and down and scream and holler if you pull Obama back into this? Look, these people never go to jail. I don't know why Bob Menendez or Pete Boyle just went to jail. I have no idea, but most of them don't. And it's just
you literally have to have gold bars in your closet to get to jail.
I think that must have been it. But what about Baboy? Well, I can't even say his name. Goofy little dude. He pissed Obama off. My God, you're not going to sell my U.S. Senate seat, to the highest bidder. But no, all we can do is take satisfaction in this. That if it keeps going the way it goes, no to some of your callers. Trump is just fine. The Epstein thing, even though it pisses me off, more about the money and all these creepy whatever they are out there, that's what really creeps me out. But it doesn't matter. I want these. We've cleaned up some of the FBI, maybe. I don't know. I just think that I think we should let it go. You're not, when you think about what you're saying, Jeff, Obama and treason in the same sentence, but we sat back and watched some of the crap that was being done when it was long before the Russia thing. I don't know, man. Let's just sit back. Let's not hate Billy, even though you want to slap him. Don't slap him. Don't touch him. He's okay. But he's kind of, don't want to say he's right, but in a way he is right. If you're going to use the Mueller report and all this other crap to say, they said the Russians only spent $250,000 on this so-called Facebook campaign. You know as well as I do with campaigns, $250,000. That's nothing.
Nothing.
Not a that.
Oh,
that
Billy or Barney, you are so full of great one-liners. I'm sure. I pray that Blake was recording those.
Yeah,
because those are some fun ones. Barney, you're always a ton of fun.
Man.
Thank you for the call, my friend.
That was cool.
All right, we'll get to Joe from Arvada next. Let's go to News and Comment with Mr. Blake Olson.
Blake Olson.
Blake Olson, News and Comment.
Good Monday morning to Barney and everyone up and down the Front Range. 79 and beautiful in Denver, expecting a high of 94 today. This portion of the news sponsored by Pastor Camp Heating and Air Conditioning at 303-777-1234 to learn more about special savings opportunities on Lennox equipment. Our top story.
No one, especially the president, is above the law.
No, Barry knows the deal. He knows what he did in 2016. Tulsi Gabbard, Director of National Intelligence, does as well.
The intelligence community assessed essentially Russia doesn't have the tools, the capability, or the intent to try to change the outcome of the U.S. presidential election. Donald Trump pulls off a historic victory against Hillary Clinton in November of 2016. Even in the days after that election, the intelligence community continued their consistent assessment that reflected the same thing in the months leading up to the election. All of a sudden, in the early days of December, there was a president's daily brief that was drafted. This is put together by the different elements of the intelligence community that reflected that same assessment. Russia did not try to hack the election, in essence. That PDB, that document, was pulled hours before it was supposed to be published for the president to see that following morning. That document was never published until we released it yesterday.
Yes, the slick and greasy, the wolves in sheep's clothing, long time coming, but I'm sure he'll have presidential immunity. Here's Victor Davis Hanson.
It's very easy to go into the White House under Obama with Brennan, Clapper, Comey, and say, hey, you know, Donald Trump is an existential threat. I got this guy named Steele that Hillary Clinton's paying through 3 firewalls. We got a little thing in there that he, excuse me, everybody, urinated. That was one of the words they were using in the dossier. He urinated on bed sheets in a hotel in Moscow with prostitutes. Can you imagine if we leaked that, what it would do to Donald Trump? And that's what they did. It's very, very hard to go back and prove that Clapper and Comey and Brennan conspired to rig an election by producing false information, disseminating it, while Barack Obama knew everything that was going on.
So now, after 6 months in, how is 47 doing with his base? Salem's Scott Jennings on CNN.
In terms of what the base is doing with Donald Trump right now, they support him on Iran. It's not true. They do support him on Ukraine because what he's done is he's put NATO in the middle of this, and it's not U.S. tax dollars, it's European countries. The base is with Donald Trump. In fact, it is true. His numbers among Republicans continue to rise. They couldn't go up much higher because they're so good already. But the base is with Trump. Regardless of whatever is roiling or, boiling in the political seas out there, you can't deny his numbers among his voters, his Republican voters, are higher than they've ever been.
An investigation underway after a close call between a Delta regional jet and a B-52 bomber. It happened Friday when a plane bound for North Dakota had to make an aggressive maneuver to avoid a mid-air collision. It's unclear just how close the two aircraft got. from each other. A 12-year-old boy is dead after Aurora police say a distracted driver hit him on his scooter. Russell Anderson, who's lived in the community for nearly 50 years, says many in the area have been worried about careless driving and want to see more enforcement efforts.
In the last 5 years, it seems like there's just a lot more people who are in a lot bigger hurry. And I don't know why. It's just gotten too bad. It's just absolutely crazy.
The boy was riding his scooter in a crosswalk on East Iliff near South Wheel Park Circle over the weekend. Greg Lopez, who's running for governor, on with Jeff and Billy this morning, says that we have a wolf problem and we need to pump the brakes to figure out the next step forward in the woods.
One is basically just to reaffirm the importance of following the management plan and do not violate it. I'm hopeful that they will do that, and I'm also hopeful that they will just put a pause, because there's no deadline as to how quickly you bring in 50 wolves into Colorado with the hope of having over 200 wolves in the next 3 to 5 years.
Sounds like Greg may have had a puppy next to him. I'm not sure. Denver Mayor Johnston delivers his State of the City address today. The speech will be held at 6 tonight in the Seawell Ballroom at the Denver Center for Performing Arts.
Everything's amazing. I'm halfway through. It's amazing. I was watching the Kyle Clark.
Do some bridge talk.
Yeah, I was watching the Kyle Clark interview with Mike Johnston. And look, Kyle gets the first questions right, but he never presses a Democrat to a second level. So, for instance, he'll go, "Are you just hiding the homeless?" as opposed to actually like helping them get off of homelessness. And then I could go, "Yeah, of course." And then we're transitioning them into permanent housing. Then you would go, how many have gone on to permanent housing? Mikey Johnston, you've been doing this now 2 years. How many?
Yeah,
but
what are the numbers?
Kylie never asked that question. So it just goes on. It's kind of like watching two buddies that are, you can tell are friends, and they just kind of like throw those initial kind of tough questions like Republicans say it's not safe to come downtown. And then he'll go, "Well, we've dropped the homicide rate in Denver down 58%. And you go, "Okay, well, that's the first quarter of this year. Do you anticipate that to remain? And what about other violent crime, Mike Johnston? Is it safe for people in the city of Denver?" That's never a follow-up question that you get from Mike Johnston.
Never hear that.
No.
Yep.
So you'll
never presses him.
We'll cover the State of the City address tomorrow and recap it, but I can tell you exactly, because I watch all of his interviews, exactly what it's going to be. It's these kind of one-off talking points. We've reduced the homicide rate. People are not living in tents anymore. And then you just go, well, it's kind of it's like a really cheap talking point if you actually know the statistics.
Exactly. But
you're not going to get that. You'll just get the Denver media and everybody else just clapping at him because at least, God forbid, he's not a Republican.
Right. Oh, no doubt. Hey, by the way, are you in the courtroom tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
So you'll be there tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and the other day I was walking around downtown, just nude women hanging out in the in the Civic Center Park there.
And you're sure they're women?
No. I actually am not. So I'm sure I'll get some good content, and then Mikey Johnston will go give his little State of the City address about how great everything is.
All right, man. Well, we look forward to it. I do, no doubt. The man who allegedly plowed into a crowd outside an East Hollywood nightclub has a violent criminal history. Fernando Ramirez was convicted of a hate crime in 2019, but the conviction was later overturned by an appeals court. Saturday's incident left at least 30 people injured. Twins over the Rockies, 7-1. Cardinals in town tonight at Coors Field. Scotty Scheffler continues to dominate on the PGA Tour. Wins the British Open, 3 under, 68, his fourth career major. 76 in Broomfield, 77 in Littleton, 79 in Denver. Jeff and Billy continue.
The Russians got Colbert fired, and I think I'm willing to testify if I get complete immunity from the Trump administration and from
I couldn't get Barney on there. Sorry, it's just too quick of a turnaround. Blake Olson, News Talk 710 KNUS.
Typical weather for this time of year. Warm temperatures, mostly sunny to partly sunny skies, and occasionally some thunderstorms. Will be low to mid-90s today, 60s tonight, and low to mid-90s Tuesday. Widely scattered afternoon and evening thunderstorms today. A few more thunderstorms Tuesday. Very good chances of showers and thunderstorms Wednesday. Weather is a service of L&L Heating and Air Conditioning. For quick, trustworthy, and dependable service, call L&L Heating and Air Conditioning at 720-851-1691 or visit them online at bestdenverhvac.com. You'll be comfortable with L&L. Meteorologist Don Day in the 710 KNUS Weather Center.
Go back to the phone lines. Joe in Arvada. Good morning, Joe. You're on with Jeff and Bill.
Yeah, morning.
Good morning, Jeff, Billy. Kudos to Barney. I think he's got most of it right, and I really loved hearing from Greg Lopez. He's so right. We have a wolf problem. We have a wolf in sheep's clothing problem with Mike Johnson and Governor Polis and Kyle Clark. 3 wolves. But the thing about the treason is it's not a treasonous conspiracy, just a conspiracy, Billy. It's treason. You're missing the optimum word.
Okay, walk me through it.
There's a Well, here, I walked you through it many, many times over the last 5 years, right? Because first of all, there was a reason that Durham couldn't get at it. Remember, all the deep staters kept everything hidden from Durham. He couldn't get a hold of the documents showing that the origin of all this stuff was the Obama administration.
Origin of what stuff? Origin of what stuff?
The origin of the Russia collusion hoax. The origin of
wait, hang on, Joe, stop there. Wait,
conspiracy.
Hold on,
Just a moment.
Hold on.
I'm not done.
No. Where's the Steele dossier? Didn't start with the Obama administration. Not at all. And that was from Hillary's campaign. It's not Obama administration.
I understand, but it was
but you said that was
through
the start.
Hillary to the Obama administration.
Let me
finish.
No. Fine, keep going.
See, you have to just chop me off at the legs.
Yeah, when you say stuff that's not true,
see,
yes.
Here's the thing. One of the things that you're missing here is President Trump doesn't bluff. This isn't a bluff. They've got the
goods.
Well,
those tariffs have done all. They've all
look
gone
at
in, right?
I think Iran is looking around saying there's a bunch of holes here. I guess President Trump wasn't bluffing, was he now? So here's the thing. You're going to see the small fish get arrested.
Did he unleash hell in the Middle East? Did he unleash hell?
Just a moment.
Going to break loose? No,
Epstein was a small fish. That's why President Trump was laughing. Because you guys, all the Democrats are pointing the finger. Oh, look at Epstein. Look at Epstein. Squirrel, squirrel. Because they don't want America to know the truth, that they committed a grand conspiracy to commit treason against the Trump administration. But Trump has the goods, and he's about to start unrolling on the small fish first and the big fish last.
Where's the treason, Joe? Help me. Joe, where's the treason?
The small fish?
Where's the treason?
Let me just tell you.
I don't care about the small fish.
Go look at what's his name? Rhodes. Ben Rhodes? Go watch his lying to everyone about what was going on with Donald Trump. What he was doing was he was lying not only in public, but he was lying under oath to different parties about what happened. The conspiracy starts with the little guys like Page and Strzok and all of these people together trying to sink the Trump administration. And then, so what's going to happen is those people are going to be brought in. Just a moment. They're going to be brought in they're going to be brought in for questioning, and they're going to say, okay, you said this, and this. Is this where the source of everything? You said that President Trump was in collusion with Russia under oath, and you also went into a committee and reported that all of these things were true, but you lied.
Is he gonna?
And now you're under oath, and we have
Joe,
the
stop.
document.
Just for a sec. Okay, I understand. Now you've laid that out. One, I want to know where's the treason. Two, does that also mean he's going to go after the congressional committees that investigated
well, here, let me help
the claims?
You. Who told you to lie, Ben Rhodes? Who told you to take this document and destroy it? Because it said that there was no Russian collusion when the intel was looked for.
The intel always said there was no collusion, and the Obama administration always said there's no collusion. You still haven't established treason yet.
But that's not what Ben Rhodes reported. That's not what they did. They went to the American public and they told them.
We're talking.
President
Hang on a
Trump
sec, though.
is
Hang
in
on.
collusion
Wait.
with Russia.
Hang on a sec. We're talking about treason, and Tulsi Gabbard is focusing on
That's
Obama
right.
and the administration.
Treason.
Yes. So where's Obama and the administration's treason? I understand that you're mad about Ben Rhodes reporting.
He
can be as inaccurate as he wants. But where is
There's this thing called subversion. When you report that the president of the United States is in handshake with Russia, and you say that there's a document that says this, but then there is no document that says it. But where did you get the information from?
Mueller
you
proved
got
that
the
they were
information.
handshaking.
You got the information.
Mueller proved they were sharing information. Mueller proves that.
See, that's
Nobody's disproven that.
They didn't prove anything. What they proved is they all lied together.
No, not at all. The Durham report didn't show that at all. No, the Durham had that opportunity to show that they lied. He couldn't prove any of that.
He didn't have access to the document.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Come on, this is during the Trump administration. Okay, so you're telling me, hang on a sec, Joe. Joe, hang on, Joe. You're telling me during the Trump administration, the Trump administration didn't give Durham the access to the documents? Come on.
Tulsi Gabbard explains that Durham didn't have access because they hid it. The Obama administration got into a quiet back room and said, destroy the document.
No, they didn't. No,
that's
it's different.
What they did.
Hid is different than destroy,
Tulsi
Joe. They
did point out that what she revealed on Friday had never been revealed before, and that comes from 2016.
That's right, Bill.
No, here's the thing. It has been revealed before.
No, it wasn't.
I can go back to 2016 in November and September.
Bill,
Joe, hang on a sec.
I'm telling you, there's going to be some people that are going to go into questioning in the FBI.
That's fine.
Do you
I can
think
go back.
There's going to be some questioning, Bill?
I can go back to September.
Is there going to be some questioning?
Joe, yes, there's going to be questioning. Who cares? Here's the idea.
And
I can go back.
what's going to happen?
Joe, I can go back to 2016, November and September. I can go back to the Obama administration saying there was no election hacking by Russia. That's what they said. They then turned around and talked about influence.
Conspiracy.
They talked about an influence campaign, and that's where the Mueller report went in them. And they showed it. And they showed it. And they showed it. And Durham report found nothing. Durham report found nothing. Tulsi has nothing. Joe, Tulsi has nothing. Tulsi has nothing.
Jump off the ship. That's what's about to happen. Ben Rhodes is about to start burping.
It's fine. Let's see if that happens. Again, Joe, I appreciate the phone call, but I heard this from you about the election conspiracy. I heard this, that all this proof was going to come out. None of it came out. When the people that were involved in the election conspiracy showed up in court, they had nothing. Zero. Mike Lindell, Joel Altman, Fox News, all of them. Nothing. They haven't proved a thing.
That's kind of poisoning the well, isn't it?
No, not at all. What I'm talking about is Joe. I'm talking about Joe. Joe told me for years that the truth was coming out. Joe is telling me also now. Hang on, wait. Let me finish this.
Could have it.
Let me finish this for a second, please. Okay. He's telling me now the truth is coming out based on what Tulsi is saying. What Tulsi is saying is nothing new. It was open knowledge that after the 2016 election, that the Obama administration said there was no hacking of the machines, and they went into and looked at Russian influence campaigns inside of the election, which is things like social media and bots and posts and messages and deep fakes. That's what that is. That's what they were looking at. And that has been verified. That is not the same thing as hacking an election, yet Tulsi somehow doesn't understand that. That's the issue.
All of it's being referred to the Department of Justice, so we'll have to see. All right, let's talk advanced hair restoration. By the way, thank you to everybody that joined in this conversation. That was a lot of fun. Barney, Joe, Matt, Always fun to hear from you all. Thank you. All right, Advanced Hair Restoration. Summertime is a time to feel and look your best, but I'm not talking about your abs or tan. Guys, I'm talking about your hair. Restore that bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning during Advanced Hair's once yearly summer savings event. Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day, and they guarantee your new hair will grow. There's absolutely no one I trust more than Dr. Tanya Pauls and her team at Advanced Hair. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar. Advanced Hair's summer sales event is on for a limited time. So get the details and schedule your free consultation today. 720-459-HAIR. 720-459-HAIR. One-day treatment, life-changing results with Advanced Hair. Your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Check out the incredible before and afters and take advantage of their best offer ever. That's 720-459-HAIR or advancedhair.com, 720-459-HAIR, advancedhair.com. We'll continue with your phone calls and texts. And are the Washington Redskins going to change their name back to the Redskins from the Commanders?
Because Donald Trump told them to.
Yes!
Yeah, that's great.
Way to go, DJT. You're listening to The Jeff and Bill Show.
This is Denver's Talk Leader, News Talk 710, KNUS.
Wake up, Denver. There's no better place to start your morning than IHOP, where the pancakes are fluffy, the coffee is hot, and the smiles are endless. Wednesday, August 27th, join Jeff and Bill as they broadcast their show live from IHOP at 1595 South Colorado Boulevard in Denver. You're officially invited to be part of the excitement. Come grab your favorite breakfast and watch the Jeff and Bill Show in action from 6 to 10 a.m. Don't forget to try the special Jeff and Bill breakfast. Pancakes, any style eggs, and crispy bacon, all for just $7.10. It's a deal as good as their hot takes. All they need is you. Bring your appetite, bring your friends, and kick off your day with great food and great conversation. See you Wednesday, August 27th at IHOP.
The operations manager just walked in to make sure we're all okay. That's only because Billy and I exchanged some black eyes and bloody lips here. Right?
I might have said a naughty word off the air in the hallway.
Oh my goodness.
We're still friends. That's the fun part about this. This is what makes this show so much fun. This is not only just the audience, but just us.
It's part wrestling.
Yeah, the fact that we get to do this and they pay us.
We like to do things that are actually offend people. It's like part of our joke.
Oh, absolutely.
In light of that, if you can see on the video here,
yes,
I'm wearing
Jeff has got the
Indians.
uniforms. Yes, the Indians, the old Cleveland
Indians with the with Chief Wahoo there.
I love that. And it's Vaughn from Major League. Yeah, so that's the
Ricky
part.
Vaughn, is that his name?
Yeah, it is Ricky Vaughn. Yeah, and the part is because I'm the dude that we're going to talk about Washington Redskins. I'm the dude that wanted to go buy the Caucasians shirt. The shirt that had the white guy on it said Caucasians.
The whiteies
shirt. Yes. Again, we're kind of wired that way, and that's what makes this show so different than anything else. Is that even though we disagree on some topics, we still see the world in many similar ways, my friend.
Well, we like it when people are talking about us, and
yes.
This is, speaking of that, I think Donald Trump gets that. This is from ESPN. Trump threatens stadium deal over Commander's name. President Donald Trump is threatening to hold up a new stadium deal for Washington's NFL team if it does not restore its old name of the Redskins, which is considered offensive to Native Americans.
He's just mad he can't wear his sweatshirt anymore. That's what it is. He's got this Redskins sweatshirt.
Trump also said Sunday that he wants Cleveland's baseball team to revert to its former name, the Indians, saying there was a big clamoring for this as well. I agree with him in the sense that the stupid woke effort to remove Indians and Native Americans and stuff from our sports and butter. Land O'Lakes is just so stupid because we don't do this with white people. We don't do it with the who's the mascot for the Cowboys? Do you remember his name?
You mean Wyoming Cowboys?
No, Rowdy. He's a goofy looking cowboy.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
And I don't look at Rowdy, this goofy cowboy dude with a cowboy hat on, and go, I'm so offended as a rancher that they're cartoonerizing the mascot and kind of making fun of cowboys. It's not part of my identity to take what other people may find as kind of jovial or fun or, that type of thing, like an Indians mascot named Chief Wahoo, and go, I'm offended because of my race. I don't get it.
There's part of me that I understand some of the complaint, but I do think that there's way too much of a purity test that's involved in it. Now, on the Cleveland Indians, I understand why a comic representation of Native Americans can be seen as offensive in some groups simply because that group had been held up in that manner for years. And I go back to professional wrestling. Chief Wahoo McDaniel is part of it, but he played into a lot of Native American stereotypes. And so that's where I think the danger comes, although I'm not in favor of saying it shouldn't be the Cleveland Indians anymore. The Redskins is a little more sticky for me only because Redskin was used as a pejorative.
Correct.
And that's why I have a little bit of an issue because of that moniker.
And I
understand why some inside the Native American community can see when you have a bunch of, and this would be the image is, a bunch of football fans who are wearing pig noses along with Native American headdresses and doing things like that. The representation there, because again, the linemen for the Redskins often known as the Hogs.
Yeah.
The Hogs, one of them being Mark Schlereth, local personality on radio and also Super Bowl champion with the Broncos and the Redskins. So I understand why I look at that and go, okay, I can get that. Like, if we're doing St. Patrick's Day and a bunch of people are dancing around because, I'm Irish, and they're looking like leprechauns, but they're also dressed as pigs, am I going to get necessarily upset about it? No, but I can see where there can be some stickiness there.
Yeah.
For me, it's just the Redskin name. That's what it is for me.
I just found it fascinating during that entire movement because this all happened during the same few years. We took out Land O'Lakes and then Aunt Jemima's
Yeah,
syrup
of which
too.
I would not have done other two.
I just sat there and I would go, you're removing everyone but the white people. Like, it just seems, that seems racist in itself.
And the thing for me,
the Quaker Oats guy, nobody has any problem with, but the Land O'Lakes Native American butter lady, she's got to go.
I'll do you one better. And this is where, and I think because of my heritage, I can speak about this. You damn Golden Domers.
Golden Dome?
Yeah, you Notre Dame
fans. Oh, the Fighting
Irish.
Yes,
Fighting Irish? Really? Really? I'm more than half Irish. Fighting Irish? So again,
we know there's truth there.
Yes, exactly. That's the thing is, the other part is that as soon as all my Irish friends, as soon as they go, that Fighting Irish that, well, it's kind of true. They're kind of but again, for me, that was one that during that conversation when everybody was removing the mascots, I always thought was curious because it didn't come up.
Right, it's never the white people's mascots that we release, and then we disappear them. That's the wild thing I don't understand about the Native Americans. Is I'm like, okay, I understand. I get, at least I get the Redskins thing.
Yes,
but if you want to take away old Native American mascots, all right, the average person that just doesn't interact with Native Americans now has no interactions with Native Americans. So you're just putting yourself on a reservation? Seems like it. Now, I did ask ChatGPT to come up with what would be the whiteys, because I wanted to see, would I be offended if someone wanted to make a mascot based on my skin color and called it the Whiteys. And I'll read that for you in just a second. All right, let's talk Kato's Coffee. They're the ones that get this show going. Thanks to them, when you purchase Kato's Coffee, you're not only helping support the show, you're supporting animal welfare and eco-friendly practices. Steve founded Kato's Coffee in support of his pup, Kato. Your morning cup contributes to positive change for pets and the environment. They got delicious flavor profiles, expertly roasted for smooth, flavorful experiences every time. If coffee isn't your thing, try their delicious teas. Shop online for merchandise, as well as find something for your furry friend. Upgrade your morning ritual with Kato's Coffee. That's KATOSKOFFEE.com. Kato's Coffee, KATOSKOFFEE.com. We're all enjoying it here in the office, and you can use the code Jeff and Bill 10 at checkout for a 10% discount on your order. Jeff and Bill 10, no spaces, at checkout for a 10% discount on your order. All right, Bill, you ready for the Whiteys?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay, so I asked ChatGPT, I'm like, come up with some funny things for a team called the Whiteys. And they're like, we do not engage in race-based profiling type thing. And I'm like, no, you can do it. It's satire. And they're like, okay. Introducing the Whiteys. America's most bland, oppressively dominant baseball team since 1619.
I like that. That's good. You should throw something about sunscreen in there and we're good.
The mascot is Chet the intern, a khaki-wearing, gluten-intolerant finance major who high-fives poorly and celebrates every win by quoting The Office. The team slogan, we don't steal bases, we gentrify them.
That's really good. That is really, really, really good. That's good.
Their uniforms are Vineyard Vines polos tucked into Dockers with New Balance cleats and a visor from a startup golf app.
Oh, that's wonderful. That is good.
Now, see, I actually would find this pretty funny. I think you make some fun of, now granted, white people haven't been as oppressed as black and Native Americans have
we still have all
in this
the land
country.
we took. Yeah.
But, I mean, can you laugh a little bit? I was trying to see if ChatGPT came up with this, would I be offended? That was kind of my goal. And now I kind of laughed at it. Stadium, Manifest Destiny Field. Built atop what used to be a culturally rich neighborhood.
Yeah, but the issue is every outing, the field gets bigger. so the wall's 309 yards one week. Next week's 311. Next week's 312. Just keeps getting bigger. Yes, that's what we need to do. Yes.
Fans' traditions include chanting "Let's go credit score" every inning.
That's great.
Singing Wonderwall in the seventh inning
yes,
stretch.
Has to be Wonderwall. Yes, has to be Wonderwall. And they also have the chant, "That's all right. That's okay. You're going to work for us someday." That's the big chant.
Sounds like something Mullen would yell.
Oh, well, yes, we did. Yes, sir, we did.
Game day promo nights, microaggression Mondays, where fans get offended on behalf of others for free T-shirts.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Colonial Heritage Night. Every fan gets a powdered wig and a free bottle of mayonnaise. And then Equity Night, where all seats cost $2,000, but everyone gets a brochure on wealth distribution.
I love this.
Offensive
really
chants banned by the game. Give me that unpaid internship, and who needs seasoning?
That's right. Or it's too spicy. It's too spicy. That's what they need to chant. Yes.
And ChatGPT says, if you find this ridiculous, good. That's the point, because Native Americans had to watch their culture turned into mascots, cartoon faces, and punchlines for decades, and no one batted an eye. But if we did the same thing to white suburbanites, people would riot. No, I don't think they would.
I don't think so either.
Or worse, file a strongly worded Yelp review.
Yeah. Thing is, like, if the Redskins, I would be amenable to bringing back both mascots and names if there were sign-offs by local or at least other Native American tribes. I know there were some relationships with both the Redskins and the Indians, but I would love to see that brought into a larger community. I would love for that to be more of a focus. Like if they were doing the Redskins, in addition to, before you do the color guard, perhaps you bring out some Native American that represent the team, etc., and they have something to present first, and then you do the color guard, or there's something that happens during, the game. There's some sort of a representation.
Do you want a reading of land apology?
No.
Is that what you're asking for?
No, what I'm looking for is I want to see it rather than, because when I look at the idea of Redskin, because it's a pejorative, I want to see the idea of Native Americans then integrated into the fabric of the team and the representation inside of the fan and the community. That's what I'm looking for. If you want to use that as a representation, I want to see Native Americans get behind it, and I want to see it just woven into the idea.
That it's the kind of the point is that it is entertainment oriented. So you came up with the Fighting Whiteys, for instance. Someone texted in, Gabe, maybe Rush Limbaugh had something to do with the Fighting Whiteys.
There we go.
It is supposed to be satirical. I just don't understand why everyone's so offended. All right, let's go to Melissa at Denver. Good morning, Melissa. You're on with Jeff and Bill.
Morning.
Good morning. I'm not offended by the Beverly Hillbillies, just so you know. I was just going to say that before the actual car bombs were so common, I worked with a Irish guy. He was from Ireland, and he was involved back in the day with all the Molotov cocktails and stuff like that, and had a lot of friends that were passed away from bombings. And I asked him if he was offended by the car bomb, and he said he got really stiff, and he said he is offended by black and tan.
Oh, hell yeah.
That they're So think about all the people that have maybe ordered a black and tan from an Irish person, and they don't say anything.
I don't know what that is.
Black
what
and
is
tans are offensive. I second that. Black and tan.
Half Guinness, half
it's a mix. It's a mix of a lager and an ale with a porter or a stout. So it's a light beer
delicious.
followed by a heavy beer. Normally,
and why is that offensive?
Oh, I'm Melissa. I'm gonna have to hurt
because
him.
it's named after the Black and Tan Army.
Yeah. And the other part is
who
just you're mixing the
killed
two
a
beers.
lot of Catholics.
Don't mix the two beers. You're ruining the Guinness. Don't mix the two beers. Don't do that. Guinness is like manna from our Savior. Don't
like
do
a
that.
steak dinner.
Oh, don't do that. Guinness is the fruit from the gods. This is.
Are you a Guinness drinker, really?
Dude, Guinness is great. I mean,
is that your go-to beer?
No, not solely, but Guinness is freaking tastic.
Do it with the heart. The heart is even better, I think.
Yeah, heart.
Every time I've drank Guinness, it's like I gotta take a nap.
Oh, it's so good.
You would love
but again, here's the thing, Melissa, is doesn't this also outline the perfect differences between Jeff and I? Both beer lovers, but what beer we love, totally different. This is perfect
mine's
encapsulation
mostly
of the show.
Water with a little bit of alcohol.
That's Coors Light, yes.
Yes, exactly.
Alrighty. Thanks, Melissa. Appreciate it.
All right, Melissa, great call. All right, we'll continue. Are you offended by the Redskins, by the Cleveland Indians, by the Arapahoe High School? They're named after Native Americans, too. Are you offended? Does it all need to go? Or is this just microaggression, pearl clutching? You're listening to The Jeff and Bill Show.
This is Denver's Talk Leader, News Talk 710, KNUS.
So, Bill, do you think Trump can actually stop the Commanders from developing their stadium?
No, not at all. And not necessarily because he doesn't have the power, because he doesn't have the time. He's out of office in 3 years. And so even if the Commanders don't like it and still, they wait. Because the Commanders will be around a lot longer than President Trump. I'm not saying he's passing away. I'm saying he won't have the moniker of president. And after the next election, we'll have no power nor ability to do that. So do they want to just tread water for 3 years, or do they want to push it? And I'm not certain this is a fight Donald Trump wants to have. Although, remember, he's kind of had a thing against the NFL for a while because that's part of the USFL, part of why he got
tried
there.
to have an alternative team. In a different league.
Because they wouldn't let him buy a team. He came in and he wanted to buy a team, and they didn't let him.
They
the rich
do that
kid
to
club,
Rush Limbaugh too.
Yeah. Well, the rich kid club said you're not allowed, and so he's had that in the back of his mind the entire time. So yeah, he tried to float another league, and that crashed out. So yeah, this is not unusual for him to try to take out his pains and his long-term agony against the NFL. Not a bad idea, but I don't think he's got long-term any way that he can stop this from happening.
I think part of what makes it all so offensive is that the names they came up with are so corporate and so bland.
Oh, absolutely.
And so lame.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you had changed the name to something kind of funny,
yeah,
I think everyone would have just shrugged and moved on.
Yeah, here's the thing.
But we're, for a time being, going to be the Washington football team.
That was stupid.
And then the Commanders.
Yeah, and Commanders too. I mean, come on. You have Savannah Bananas.
Right.
You have the Spuds. you have
the Lampkins.
Yes,
you have
exactly.
There's so many funny things you could do.
There's so many things you could do, but they had to go with the absolute. They're like, I honestly think that you're right. That whoever's in charge of the new name for the Washington football team said, let's find something that nobody can get angry about. Nobody's going to love it, but nobody's going to get angry.
Could be the Notre Dame Drunken Irish.
I like that better. At least it's more accurate. It's a reason we fight, not because we're drunk.
In. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. You're listening to The Jeff and Bill Show.
We are Denver's talk leader. This is 710 KNUS. Have a good day.